99.95% of all boomers are irredeemable, and they're going to hell. The controlling, psycho parents outsourcing the labor overseas, countless other things. They're irredeemable. Forgive them. And if you can help it, never ever speak to one. It's a lose-lose situation. Their sins. They do all the sins shamelessly. Whether they're rich or poor, they'll never give up their pride. Gluttony, lying, shameless lying, gossip, sowing discord, selling out, all generations after them. And then, no matter how many times you forgive them, they'll just do it again. People older than us, with way less grace. And they love taking your grace from you. They love arguing and not listening. They think having an entry-level position job is somehow a redeeming quality for all their sins, when everybody else also has to have a job, and that doesn't make you a good person. You can't get to heaven on works alone anyway, even if you did good works, which they didn't. They pretty much made us all indentured servants. And despite what they say, almost all of them did drugs or were insane alcoholics and smokers. Not that I'm hating on anyone who's struggling with an addiction, but what I'm saying, Gen Z, Zoomers, Millennials, they'll all admit to taking an L. They're worth redeeming. They're gonna change. They're gonna get older and change at least. And many of them will go to heaven. But the boomers and some of the Gen X that are set in their ways, they're so prideful even when nothing works out, and unwilling to admit any fault, that they're just gonna go to hell. And you need to honestly stop trying to talk sense into them, because they'll never relent their position. All it's doing is making you lose your cool when there's other people that are worth saving, that need to be saved. So yeah, that's it. One more thing forgot to mention: the churchgoers. Most of them are boomers, aren't they? They sit in church and just, man, almost all of them are going to hell. I'm not saying I'm not going. I'm gonna try. That's the point. I'm gonna try to go to heaven. The boomers, it's kind of like the people who think once saved, always saved sort of thing. They think that they're completely faultless. Can admit no wrong. So yeah, they're going to hell. And they take over churches and make Gen Z, Zoomer, Millennials, all that not even want to go. They make the sermon about not having a job. Stuff like that. It's like, well, give that sermon in the Great Depression. You still have context. No, it doesn't. America has only been around for 250 years, and the system they made is already collapsing, despite having the best setup. They have the best setup out of any civilization that has ever lived. The forefathers did have their best intention at heart. And they just completely ruined it. Despite getting to live through the 80s, watch technology change, low working standards, you can essentially invest in anything and make a profit because everything's kind of untapped territory. But despite all that, they're still miserable, aren't they? And they want you to be miserable too. They want you to be like them. It makes no sense. Plus, I mean, the economy changes every 5 years now, so people in the tech industry can't even make it. So what worked for them can't work for you anyway. If they buy all the real estate, there's no more real estate for you to buy, even if you did have the money. But they don't care. Because that would require critical thinking. Birds during the day, a lot of bats at night. Guess you can't see it. Diseased branch, kind of lumpy.